Welcome to the film room. This is Coach Mike Shaughnessy, and we're talking about the art of playing off 2 feet with Villanova men's basketball. One of the most fundamental teams in the game. As a coach, there should be some teaching points here that you should take to help your players, whether that's in practice or in a workout. And just emphasizing playing off 2 feet. When you're playing off 2 feet, you're under control, you're able to embrace contact, you're able to utilize a pivot, and if you're not able to finish, especially when you attack downhill, you're always going to be able to be under control and be able to utilize a pivot or a jump stop to kick out where you're limiting those turnovers. As a player, again, you should be working on playing off two, whether you're playing at the college level or you want to be a great high school basketball player. Playing off 2 feet, playing with good pace, and always being under control is going to help you be more efficient around the rim, and it's going to be able to help you value the basketball even more and not a guy that is, a liability on the floor on the offensive end where you're turning it over, leaving your feet in the air without being able to make a decision. So you're going to see these guys, how they're able to probe the dribble, play with pace. They always have their eyes up. They're deceptive and just do a great job of initiating contact, creating good angles to finish at the rim. So first one here, Justin Moore, just good change of pace. Takes that first bump on that first bounce. So again, the first two bounces are crucial because if you're able to turn the corner with those first two dribbles, you're usually going to end up here at the second level or at the rim. So you can just see here, not a ton of help from the gap defenders, so he's just able to keep his angle on that initial bump, and then he's able to finish strong at the rim. He protects with the inside shoulder to be able to extend out with the right and finish. Next clip here, just good pace by Gillespie. And just again, turns the corner. You can see the space between him and number 11 and how he's able to close in on this space. He starts to read that number 11 is going to get underneath. So instead of stopping, playing off two and trying to get all the way to the rim, he's going to jump straight up, utilize a little floater, a little teardrop right around the rim. And again, just good touch, good, just being under control and just good pace. These guys are great at being able to recognize gaps. You can see here from an offensive standpoint, if you're a coach, you want to try to create space for your players to drive. So they create this double gap here. He's just able to get downhill. Gap defenders stay at home, kind of in the middle, so they don't give up a kick out three. And again, just great job of finishing at the rim. Same thing here. This is one of my favorite clips because very unusual clip here, but Gillespie is just tremendous at pace, deception with his eyes, and just knows how to just be under control and control the tempo for his team. So you can see here, number one, a little ball screen here to this side. You can see where the defender, the screener's defender, the bigs defender kind of strings them out or keeps them level, waits for him to go away, changes pace, and then immediately he sees this help side rotate over. He's not able to skip it out to the weak side corner because defender here covers down and splits two. So he just plays with pace, closes the gap, uses his body, something that you should be teaching players, and then vice versa. Players, you should be working on initiating contact, using your body more to keep angles. Waits for this help defender to go back, and then again, just under control. So just great deception, great patience, and just his ability to utilize his pace to still create and finish at the rim instead of just coming to a jump stop and trying to pivot and kick out. He just does a good job of keeping that dribble alive and eventually gets a score. Next clip here, gets it back. Quick shot fake, and then downhill. Again, there's going to be space between him and his primary defender on this drive. You can see where this defender starts to pull over and tries to help or dig at the ball. And just watch Gillespie here, how he's going to have that ability to use his body, initiate contact, and he's going to create more space for himself to get away from this dig where he protects that ball with a football tuck and then plays off two. A little shot fake, gets the guy up in the air, and then great pivot. I mean, in terms of patience, poise, just being under control, recognizing that defender coming over to try to dig at the ball, just tremendous job. So again, these should be just good teaching points for your players as coaches. And then players, this is something that you should be focusing on within your workouts or when you're playing pickup or any type of game that you're doing. Just playing with good pace, having your eyes up, and just being under control at all times. Kick out here, nothing there for 23, draws two defenders. You can see all four guys staring at the basketball, which is usually what happens, whether it's the high school or college level or even at the NBA, any pro level. Ball watching occurs all the time. It's just a habit because you're just, everyone wants, kind of goes towards where the basketball is. because that's the problem, right? The problem is, and what you're trying to stop is the ball from being scored at the cup. So just a good kick out here off 2. Good shot fake, eyes of the rim. You should be teaching your players to catch the score, and then players, you should be trying to be a threat to score. So stepping into your catches, showing the shot. If you get the defender to close out, start to attack. I'll rewind this clip here because it's just a great job of probing. So he gets the blow by here, the fly by on the closeout with the shot fake, and now he's in space, just going to probe. He's going to read. He's got space. He's got time. So he's just going to probe, and then he just changes direction again. So just great pace. Obviously, within the moment, you can see here that he could potentially have this kick out here, but he just does a good job of just changing pace. Again, off 2, and now he's going to split under control. Again, doesn't try to go off 1 foot and get to the rim where he could potentially, not finish or be out of control. So he gathers back to 2 and just does a great job. Same thing here, just a good bump. Has space, so talk with your players about, if defenders are staying attached out on the perimeter, allow your guys to utilize their body, kind of back down guys, and be able to play through contact and finish. Same thing here, does a good job. Good spin, under control. Again, has space. Again, a little contact. Stride stops are huge to work on where you are attacking downhill. Defenders on your hip, whether it's someone that has a little bit more athleticism than you, right? Or players talking about with guys that need to be able to drive and finish through contact or finish against guys that can potentially block shots, get into their body first where you're forcing them, because they have to jump straight up and down. Forcing them to get into their chest, burn up that chest of the defender where you're forcing their momentum back, and that should be able to create that little hang and finish where they can get to the rim right there and finish. It's a great job there by Justin Moore. Great job here. Quick shot fake and just watch the drive. So initially on this, rewind it back again, on this little handoff here, the Gillespie, how he turns the corner, just good pace, and then changes pace with the shot fake. Gets the man up in the air, and then easy step through. Again, just pace, patience, being able to utilize their body to create angles. They just do a tremendous job at the little things. I could add 100 plus more clips on these guys playing off 2. If you've been watching Villanova over the past 5 to 6 years, how fundamental they are, the success they've had as a program, the success the guys have had individually. There's no question they're doing the right things within player development, and that's credit to the coaching staff, and it's a credit to the players buying into the philosophy of keeping things simple and being fundamentally sound.